Hey guys, how are you? Happy Monday. It's really nice outside, so I'm going to make my math videos kind of short and sweet to the point. Hopefully you all received your packets. If you notice, my kids have been coloring some Easter eggs and putting them on the window, so I look forward to seeing pictures of yours. The first couple sheets in the math packet are working with facts dealing with the number 4, 6, and 7. I'm going to make one video right now that deals with multiplication facts dealing with 4. If you take a look at the screen, it says basic multiplication facts with 4 as a factor, meaning remember the factors are the numbers that you're multiplying, can be found by breaking apart the unknown fact into known facts. So to get the answer, you add these to get the final product. It kind of sounds a little weird, but I wanted to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. So we're going to work on this problem that deals with Ed. Now, Ed made 8 keychains each week for about 4 weeks. How many keychains did Ed make? And it says you can solve this problem any way you choose. Well, if you notice, one of the factors is 8. So we're going to use multiplication to solve this. So your problem would be 8 times 4. Now, what it's asking you to do is basically draw an array first. And you don't have to if you do not need one. But it's saying if you draw the array, just waiting for this to load. You draw the array where you have your 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you put your 8 across. And then you take that 4 and you split it into facts that you know. And we should all know our 2's because remember your 2's, you're doubling that number. So for 2 times 8, it's just basically adding 8 plus 8, which equals 16. Now what we did is we took this 4 and we split it into a 2 and a 2. So we took the 4 and we split it into 2 and a 2 because 2 plus 2 equals 4. So we have our array and we split it. 2 times 8 equals 16. 2 times 8 equals 16. And then you add 16 plus 16. And that should give you 32. So Ed made 32 keychains. Now I want to show you this a little bit more. So I created a smart file to kind of explain this as well. So if you take a look, remember an array is definitely a way to organize objects in rows and columns. So yet again, we're dealing with the 8 times 4. So if you look to find 4 times 8 or 8 times 4, draw a 4 times 8 array. And to multiply by 4, you can always double the 2's facts. So it's breaking it into the 2's facts. You're taking that factor 4 and splitting it into two 2's. Okay? Break the array into 2 smaller arrays that show the 2 facts. So write the 2's facts in each array. So here's my array, and I split my 4 times 8 into 2's. Okay? And I know that 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 8, obviously, again, is 16, because if you add your factors, 2 times 8 is the same thing as saying 8 plus 8. You're just doubling them. We've worked on that, guys. And then you add the product. So over here is the adding. So I add those two answers, 16 plus 16. Remember, you always start with your ones. 6 plus 6 is 12. So I put my 2 down here, and I carry my 1 to my 10 spot. So 6 plus 6 is 12. There's my 2 down in my 1's, and I put my 10's over here. You add your 10's. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 10's, which makes the answer 32. So I know that's 16, which I got from splitting my 4 into 2 times 8 plus 2 times 8. 16 plus 16 equals, which we just received is 32, 32. So then we know that 4 times 8 is 32. Let's move on to the next one. Now, draw a line to show the 2's facts and the 4 times 9. So think about it. Where would we draw our 2's? How could we split 4 times 9? If you notice, you have your array. You made 4. Our rows go first. 1, 2, 3, 4 into 9. 4 times 9. Where would we draw it? So if you have your finger, draw it on your screen. You should split it into 2's, 2 rows. So now you have 2 times 9 plus 2 times 9. We split it into that because we should know our 2's facts. Okay, so looking at that, 2 times 9 9 plus 9 is 18. And you double those. You double it now because you have 2 of them. Here's a 2 times 9, and here's a 2 times 9. That's why we add them. So then we're going to add 18 plus 18. And down here is our 18 plus 18. 8 plus 8, 16. You put your 6 down and you carry your 1. Now add our tens. 1, 2, 3. You should have gotten 36. So then 18 plus 18 equals 36. So it's the same thing as above. 4 times 9 equals 36. Okay, now I want you to stop. Make sure you have a pen or a pencil and paper in front of you. I'll give you a good 10 seconds to see if you can grab a pencil, some paper. If you have your packet in front of you, maybe you can flip over one of the sheets or find a space on it. And we're going to solve this problem together. I give you still about 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now let's take a look. We have this word problem that says each day Jamie walks 6 blocks. Okay, so I'm going to circle the number 6. We always like to circle our numbers. How many blocks does Jamie walk in 4 days? Oh, I noticed that it has the number 4. And I noticed that each day she walks 6 blocks. How many blocks does she walk in 4 days? Draw an array. I'm going to underline that because that's important. Break the array into 2 smaller arrays that shows the 2's facts. There's another number. So I got to make sure that I'm showing my 2's facts when I'm breaking this array down. Use the 2's facts to show 4 times 6. Okay, a lot of information. So I am trying to figure out how many blocks does Jamie walk in 4 days. She walks 6 blocks in 4 days. I know this is going to be multiplication. So the first thing that my problem is asking me to do is what? Reread it again. And what's the first thing it's asking me to do? To draw an array. So I'm drawing an array for the multiplication problem, 4 times 6. So remember that you were doing 4 times 6, and you're trying to figure out the answer for this. So I want you to draw an array. Remember, the first number for multiplication is always your rows. So draw your 4 rows first and put 6 in each row. See if you can do that. Remember, make sure your circles are just nice, small, simple circles. 4 going down, 6 going across. Now, once you have that drawn, it then says break the array into 2 smaller arrays that shows the 2's, just like what I did on previous slides. Remember, it's 4 going down, 4 times 6. Break that 4 into 2 2's. You should have drawn your line like that. Now you have your 2's looking like this. 2 times 6, okay? Now looking at that, what is 2 times 6? Obviously, it's on the screen, it's 12. Remember, 6 plus 6 is 12. If you weren't sure, you always have the circles that you drew to count. And then 2 times 6 is 12. Now, what is the next step from what I've told you before? What do you do with those 12s? What is the next thing that you do? You're using those 2's facts to solve 4 times 6. So those answers that you got, the product, another word for answer for multiplication, what do you have to do with them? Do you multiply 12 times 12? Do you add them, subtract? What is it that you do with the 12s? You should have said add. You're going to add your products together. So go ahead and add 12 plus 12. see what you get. You should have gotten 24. Now you just solved 4 times 6. Okay, hopefully this video helped. If you have any questions, feel free to always ask me. I'm going to do another quick video of showing you how to do multiplication that has factors with 6 and factors with 7, but I'm going to use my new whiteboard. All right, hope this helped, and I will see you guys soon.